Crawford can stop anybody. I'm not saying he can't, he's going to, but he can't.
Boxing scene has never been this hot before. An hour does not go by when you don't see someone trash-talking and calling other fighters out. Everyone wants to fight everybody these days. Well, but there's one name we don't hear coming from any fighter's mouth. No one wants smoke with this guy. And if you're wondering who this dangerous entity is, well, I got the answer for you. It's Terence Crawford. Yep, you heard that right. Bud is one of the most feared fighters we've seen in this space, and you don't have to take my word for it. Take Mike Tyson's word. If there's a guy who knows everything there is to know about boxing, it's Iron Mike. And that boxing legend has made it very clear that Crawford is the biggest threat to any fighter out there. Now, Mike isn't one to praise fighters like that. So if he's talking about Bud like that, then he's got to be something special. Now the question stands, what makes Terence Crawford so special? Well, heavyweight legend Mike Tyson had a lot to say on that, and it's going to knock your socks off. So without further ado, let's take a deep dive into this drama. Terence Crawford has always been a fighter who was known to take easy fights. Now cherry-picking your opponents only takes you further away from being the best in the world. So Terence did what he had to do. He stepped into the ring with an absolute monster of a fighter. Now this guy was no joke. He was the one and only Errol Spence. Now this guy was mostly known for taking people's heads off in the ring. Not many people gave Crawford a chance to finish the job with the big fish. Even Mike Tyson had Spence as the favorite in this matchup. Now isn't that interesting? Iron Mike said, Bud hasn't fought any tough opposition. He's good, I'll give him that. But I feel Spence has everything he needs to take him out. Oh boy, didn't that age well? I mean, you can't really blame him for backing up Errol Spence to win. Errol Spence is an indestructible force, or at least he was, until Terence Crawford annihilated him. It was a complete destruction. It wasn't like anything we've seen before. After that fight, Mike's opinion about Bud changed entirely. I mean, that victory marked the beginning of the Terence Crawford hype train. The whole internet was going crazy. No was really expecting Bud to do what he did. He made a mockery out of Spence. Bud really went in there and knocked Spence down 3 times before finishing him off in the 9th round. He's a force to be reckoned with. Mike was completely shocked. I mean, weren't we all? But there's something Mike Tyson saw in Bud that we all overlooked. There's a reason why most fighters are scared to fight Crawford. There's a reason why Canelo won't even mention his name. And the legend Iron Mike knows why. Just take a look at what he said. Terence Crawford is the best boxer of our generation. He's got slick head movement. His defense is phenomenal. He's quick on his feet. He follows up on his jabs. He's a well-rounded boxer. There's no one in his division that causes him any problems. He's a great fighter, but there's more to him. Mike further added, Bud has the heart of a warrior, and that's something you rarely see in boxing. He's locked in. The world doubted him for years, saying he's not fought anyone good. Heck, I was one of those people. But Crawford proved us wrong. His mindset is unshakable. I mean, this guy is willing to jump 3 weight classes up just to fight Canelo Alvarez. This has got a lot of heart. This makes him the most dangerous fighter on this planet. Mike Tyson is all in for the Crawford hype train. And he made a really interesting point there, guys. Crawford wants to jump 3 weight classes up just so he can get a super fight with Canelo. He's got that dog in him. Bud isn't afraid to call anyone out, even if it's the man himself, Canelo Alvarez. This Mexican superstar is the face of boxing. He's the man at the top. But if I were Canelo, I'd better watch out, because Terence Crawford is coming for Canelo's throne. And if Mike is any right about Bud, Crawford is going to destroy Canelo. Now that's for sure going to break the internet. But Canelo is not one to go down without a fight, especially when it comes to negotiations. The Mexican monster ain't putting ink on paper before he gets what he wants. And Canelo Alvarez wants the weakest version of Bud. The fight is at a much bigger weight, not the weight Bud usually fights at. Canelo knows Crawford is going to be much slower at that weight. Well, according to Mike Tyson, Canelo's evil condition won't affect Canelo at all. In a recent interview, the boxing legend Mike Tyson said this, I know what Canelo is doing. It's gonna work though. He can break Bud down physically, but no one can break him down mentally. And that's where Bud's real power comes from. Mind is the strongest tool we all. Bud here is making the best out of it. Straight up facts by this legend. And you can't question it. Well, you can't. But someone like Floyd Money Mayweather, well, now that's an entirely different story. Floyd has always been on the other side of things when it comes Mike Tyson. They just never see eye to eye, especially not when it comes to Terence Crawford. Money's opinion on Bud is quite the controversy, one that's being talked a lot about lately. Floyd recently hinted a boxing return which took the internet by storm. And just when you thought it couldn't get any bigger, it did. Because the guy Floyd wants to step into the ring with is none other than Terence Crawford himself. And things spiced up when Money called Bud an easy fight. Yep, that's right. Floyd just says anything at this point, just take a look. Money said, "Crawford is all right, like he's only fought one good guy, you get what I mean? He doesn't have the it factor, and he talks a lot for a guy who's not that good of a boxer. I mean, I might just jump back into the scene to humble that kid. Now that would do great numbers, wouldn't it? I mean, that would do crazy numbers if you ask me. Crawford versus Mayweather. Now that's a fantasy fight, the one we're dying to see. And everything is possible with Floyd, guys. He gets what he wants. And if he wants an epic clash with Bud, he's gonna get it. Because Bud ain't one to back down from a call-out. No, he fired right back at Floyd. Floyd is an OKD retired boxer. He's gotten irrelevant, so he's fishing for some attention. That's all he cares about. He's a disgrace to this sport. I really hope he comes back into the ring because I want to be the guy that puts Floyd Mayweather to sleep." Damn, Bud is on smoke here. Things are getting heated now for sure. This one's a wild card. Fans are getting crazy over this potential matchup. I mean, why wouldn't they? Mayweather versus Crawford, that's insane. Surely Mike couldn't help but share his insights on this. And if there's one thing we can say, it's that Mike surely had nothing positive to say about Money. Get this. Floyd, you go back to your exhibitions. You won't last a single second here. A YouTuber gave you a black eye. Terence Crawford would destroy you. Go stick to your money fights. Pro bouts ain't for you. Damn. Now that's gotta sting. Black eye from a YouTuber. Well, yep, that's true. DG, a famous video gamer, gave Floyd a black eye in their exhibition fight. Now ID, that's not embarrassing, then I don't know what is. Now you can only imagine what Terence Crawford might do to him, cause that guy is hungry. And he's looking sharper than ever. Even his enemies are now giving him his credit. I mean, what David Benavidez said about Crawford really shocked us all. Cause that Mexican fighter hates Bud, or so we thought. Just take a look at what Benavidez said. He's really good man. I know we've had our issues, but you gotta give credit where credit is due. The way he got rid of Spence, no one saw that coming. It was truly impressive. He's getting better, man. Well, Benavidez ain't wrong about that. Not one bit. Bud has gotten a lot better. I mean, if you take a look at his recent training footage, you're gonna see the new levels of boxing. Crawford has been putting that work in the gym. He's knocking people out in sparring. Yes, that's right. Knocking someone out who's already got a head guard on is not easy game. That requires crazy power. The kind of power Bud has now. He's always aced on the technical side of things. But Crawford is not power puncher too. This guy is taking this very seriously. And the fans are starting to realize that Terence Crawford is that guy. Just take a look what one of the fans tweeted. Crawford has shown insane improvement. He's the best now. Better than Canelo. He beats everyone in my opinion. The hype is there for Bud. And if I were Canelo, I'd hit the gym right now, cause Bud is ready for that fight. Guess we'll have to just wait and see how this one plays out. So there you have it, Fight World. That's all I have for you today. Make sure to like this video, comment, and share. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you next time. Until then, peace out.